Throughout history, there have been daring individuals who set sail into the unknown, crossing treacherous oceans, dense jungles, and towering mountains. These explorers risked it all to discover new lands, chart unfamiliar territories, and encounter cultures few had ever imagined. But what you might not know is that these famous explorers also had some incredibly strange stories. Today, we're diving into the weirdest facts about 5 of the most legendary explorers in history. Buckle up, because this is going to be one wild adventure. First on our list is Christopher Columbus, the man who discovered the New World in 1492. But did you know that Columbus once claimed to have seen mermaids? While sailing near Haiti, Columbus wrote in his journal that he spotted 3 mermaids, though he admitted they weren't as beautiful as people described. Of course, these mermaids were actually manatees. Another strange fact: Columbus went to his grave convinced that he had reached Asia, not realizing he had stumbled upon an entirely new continent. Despite his navigational achievements, he never understood the true scope of his discovery. Next, we have Marco Polo, the Venetian explorer who traveled to the court of Kublai Khan in China and wrote the Travels of Marco Polo. But here's a weird fact. For centuries, historians believe Polo never even made it to China. Some suggested that he made up large parts of his journey based on stories he heard from other travelers. Though evidence now supports his travels, this speculation raised an air of mystery around his adventures. Another bizarre fact: Polo claimed to have seen unicorns during his travels, but what he actually saw were likely rhinoceroses, which didn't quite live up to the mythical creature he imagined. Ferdinand Magellan, the man whose expedition was the first to circumnavigate the globe, had a bizarre superstition. Magellan believed that having a portrait of St. James on board would protect his fleet. Before embarking on his voyage, he had an image of St. James placed at the front of his ship. Weirdly enough, Magellan never made it all the way around the world. He was killed in the Philippines during the journey, leaving his crew to complete the mission without him. Magellan's legend grew after his death, but his life was full of strange rituals and fateful decisions. Sir Ernest Shackleton, the legendary Antarctic explorer, led one of the most dramatic survival stories in history after his ship, the Endurance, was trapped in ice and sank. But did you know Shackleton believed in the power of optimism so much that he banned all negativity on his expeditions? He was known to throw pessimistic crew members off the ship's leadership ranks. Another weird fact: during the crew's harrowing 800-mile journey across the Southern Ocean in a lifeboat, Shackleton claimed to have felt the presence of an extra unseen figure guiding them to safety. Many of his crew reported feeling this mysterious presence too. Finally, we have Ibn Battuta, the 14th century Moroccan explorer who traveled more than 75,000 miles, visiting nearly every part of the known world at the time. What's truly strange is that during his 30-year journey, Battuta became a judge in the Maldives, but only after a series of mishaps, including marrying several local women and then complaining that the islands were too strict about coconut theft. Another odd fact: Battuta was once thrown into prison in India by a tyrannical sultan, but he somehow charmed his way out of execution and was sent on a diplomatic mission to China instead. Talk about turning a bad situation around. These explorers weren't just brave, they were fascinating individuals whose journeys were filled with strange encounters, superstitions, and unbelievable adventures. Their stories remind us that history's greatest explorers were as unique and unpredictable as the lands they set out to discover. Thanks for joining us today on this wild journey through history. If you enjoyed these weird facts, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more incredible stories. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the world and beyond.